Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a complete operational system and growth strategy that will save your e-commerce startup from becoming just another failure statistic. We're doing a deep dive review of Dr. Amenda Hawkins' incredible manual, The E-commerce Startup Survival Guide. We're going to unpack how this book helps founders solve those massive underlying issues that quietly destroy new online stores. And hey, if you want the full playbook, definitely go buy it on Amazon right now. The link is in the bio. Also, fun fact, if you happen to be a fan of murder mysteries, you should absolutely subscribe to Dr. Amenda Hawkins' channel. She's full of surprises. All right, let's get into it.
Look, if you've ever been that exhausted founder at 2 a.m., just staring blankly at a spreadsheet, wondering why your surging website traffic isn't actually translating into a growing bank balance, this explainer is literally made for you. Let's be real. At this stage of the game, coffee isn't just a drink anymore, it's basically a blood type. We're moving way past the generic marketing fluff today. We're going to look at the hard math and the actual standard operating procedures that keep a business breathing.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the harsh reality, move into viral versus viable, and then tackle surviving the CAC crisis. After that, we're escaping platform dependency, bulletproofing your supply chain, and wrapping it all up with the viability cheat sheet.
Section 1, the harsh reality. We really need to start with the undeniable laws of gravity in the e-commerce space right now.
Brace yourself for this one. An overwhelming 90% of e-commerce startups fail within their first 18 to 24 months. I know, it sounds brutal. This isn't meant to be a scare tactic, though. It is simply the baseline reality of the highly competitive market you've chosen to operate in.
And the craziest part? The failure isn't usually some massive, fiery explosion. As you hit that 12 to 24 month mark, it's actually a slow, totally predictable accumulation of tiny operational breakdowns. It's an acquisition channel that quietly stops paying for itself, or a supplier who drops the ball on just one too many shipments. The scary thing is, by the time you actually spot the pattern, your cash cushion is already wiped out.
Moving to Section 2, viral versus viable. To survive this danger zone, we need a massive shift in how we actually define success. We have got to completely rewire our goals here. There is a huge difference between a quick spike in traffic and putting down long-term roots. Honestly, you need to stop chasing virality. Going viral usually just floods completely unequipped supply chains and support inboxes with one-time visitors who have absolutely zero brand loyalty. Instead, your sole focus needs to be on viability. This means your unit economics work reliably at any volume. It means your supply chain can actually absorb a random spike in orders without snapping in half, and most importantly, your customers have a genuine reason to come back.
Okay, Section 3, surviving the CAC crisis. Let's dive into our first major systemic fix.
This is arguably the single most common cause of death for new brands. The cost to acquire a customer has completely skyrocketed. We're seeing costs climb toward the $300 mark for Meta and TikTok ads by 2026. Because these auction-based platforms price based on competition, these rising costs just quietly eat away at your profit margins. Think about it. If your retention model was built on 2020 numbers, the very act of growing today will literally bankrupt your business. So how do we actually fight back? You implement this customer acquisition cost audit protocol, and you run it every single month. You pull your total marketing spend, divide it by your new customers to find your true CAC, and then compare that directly to your customer lifetime value. You absolutely must ensure your growth decisions are grounded in real, hard numbers, not just flashy top-line revenue metrics. If a channel's CAC to LTV ratio drops below a healthy threshold, you don't just wait and see, you optimize it, you renegotiate, or you pause that spend immediately. Next up, Section 4, escaping platform dependency. Let's look at how addressing this specific danger is our next big survival strategy. We see this classic post-mortem pattern all the time. A founder finds incredible traction on one single platform, so they go all in and reinvest everything right there. But listen, if you treat rented digital space like you actually own it, you are incredibly vulnerable. One single algorithm update, a sudden policy change, or an unexpected account suspension can literally wipe out more than half of your revenue in a matter of days. If you don't have a mature fallback channel ready to go, it is game over. The fix for this is non-negotiable. You have to construct an audience that you own. We're talking about email and SMS lists, prime digital real estate that is yours. These are independent channels you control completely, meaning you don't have to ask a third party for permission to talk to your own buyers. The goal here is to aim for these owned channels to drive at least 25% of your total revenue within your very first year. And you need to start building that on day one.
All right, Section 5, bulletproofing your supply chain. This is our third crucial fix. Let me tell you, a broken fulfillment process is hands down the fastest way to destroy customer trust forever. If you're seeing warning signs like your stockout rate creeping above 5% or your on-time deliveries dropping below 85%, your infrastructure is already cracking under the pressure. When a shipment is delayed or you accidentally send the wrong item, you completely break the core promise of e-commerce, that the thing they paid for will actually show up at their door.
But you can build a system to prevent these breakdowns. Stop guessing your inventory needs. You need to hold mathematically calculated safety stock that's based entirely on your daily sales velocity and your maximum lead times. On top of that, you must make sure that every single product making up more than 15% of your revenue has a fully vetted, qualified backup supplier ready to go before an emergency actually hits. Finally, Section 6, the Viability cheat sheet. Knowing your numbers is everything. I'm serious, take a screenshot right now. This is your definitive roadmap to surviving those notoriously dangerous first 18 months. If your marketing payback period drags past 3 months or your stockout rate hits 5%, those aren't just minor red flags, they are massive system failures. You need to relentlessly maintain a blended CAC to LTV ratio of 1 to 3 or better and keep your reliance on paid channels under 60% of your new customers. If you hit any of these warning signs, you stop whatever you're doing and you fix the system.
I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. Are you building a business that can actually survive its own success? Or are you just one algorithm tweak away from yet another 2 a.m. crisis? Ask yourself that today, because implementing these exact standard operating procedures from Dr. Hawkins' book is the absolute only way to build true, lasting viability in the e-commerce space. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Make sure to grab the book on Amazon via the link in the bio, and good luck building a resilient foundation.